You may not have taught us everything,
But you did teach us the most important thing.
be there for each other.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another marvelous video. When it comes to the Ninja Turtles, there's always been a known set of stories and plots associated with them. However, in certain cases, there have been some of the most unbelievable story arcs that have the potential to give goosebumps even to mature readers. In today's video, we will be diving into the wildest stories of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the creators Dean Clarrain, Chris Allen, John DeAgostino, and Barry Grossman. It was showcased in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures issue 62 to 66. With all that said, let's dive in today's video and begin. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. TMNT went to alternate future, Wrath of Verminator X. The story begins with the villain Verminator X breaking into an advanced research facility lab and successfully hacking into the system of the Hubble 2 space telescope. Initially finding it boring, when the Verminator X began using its binary system to check its coordinates and trajectory, he found something, a sort of an alien ship heading towards Earth. The scene quickly changed to Raph standing over the defeated and deceased bodies of some of his popular foes, including the Shredder, a Malignoid, a Foot Soldier, and Armagon, while acid rain melted his flesh away. It was soon revealed to be a dream, showing Raph's flair for defeating his enemies surpassed his pain. As Raph woke, the next scene shifted to Donatello at Turtle Co. It was a human brain connected to the machine, and as Don tried disconnecting it, a portal appeared before him, showing a visual of Nazi Germany during the final days of World War II. The brain was no ordinary one, but that of Adolf Hitler, and as Don shut the machine, Leo called him from his school of martial arts to report a strange event that he and his students had recently faced. Leo stated that he and his students, namely Miles Nobuko, a mutant baboon named Bob, and Carmen, were on a patrol. They encountered 4 robbers stealing some parts of a gyroscope, which are used in the space stations. However, before he could interrogate them any further, the 4 robbers each swallowed a pill, which vaporized them. The incident shook Leo and his students as the robbers ended their lives to hide the plan and purpose of the stolen goods, indicating a secret conspiracy at work. Leo soon arrived to pick up Raph, while Don left for Mikey. The 4 Ninja Turtles assembled in their cyber samurai armor. Hitler's brain. As the 4 began their investigation, the unassembled time-slip generator woke up Adolf Hitler's brain. It soon connected to the device and opened a portal to Berlin during the final days of World War II. The Turtles soon found a boat carrying machinery for NASA's asteroid mining operation being attacked by armed robbers, but when Don removed the helmet of one of them, they were revealed to be corpses reincarnated with cybernetic enhancements. As the scene shifts to the Verminator X, we see that the robbers were his henchmen. He was infuriated by how his plans were thwarted by the Ninja Turtles and vowed to take offensive measures to stop them. Meanwhile, the Turtles planned on splitting up and continuing with their investigation. While Mikey was on his patrol, Verminator X ambushed him and viciously attacked him. However, when he was just about to murder him, a mysterious, shadowy alien arrived and encouraged him to leave the Turtles aside for a greater unknown purpose. Meanwhile, when Raph was patrolling over the flooded streets of New York, he noticed a giant alien spacecraft emerging from the waters. Before a startled Raph could act upon it, the spaceship left for the moon, and he immediately made contact with Mikey, who was then not in a state to answer. At the Turtle Co., Don and Leo inferred that all the attacks were orchestrated by Verminator X. When the time-slip generator was switched on, it opened to Nazi Germany, much to the shock of the Turtles. Don eventually realized that some of the objects from his lab were absent, including the strange living brain, which, unbeknownst to him, was that of Hitler. Further, to add to the commotion, Raph arrived at Turtle Co. with the wounded body of Mikey. Soon, Mikey's nearly dead body was taken to life support, and as stated by Don, he was just moments away from his demise. Keeping Mescal in the infirmary, the rest of the Turtles jumped through the portal, opened by the same slip, to learn more about the events that had occurred and also to find the missing brain. For any emergency in Turtle Co., Leo left students for help. Meanwhile, The shadowy alien that had previously stopped Verminator X from killing Mikey took the villain to outer space and explained the soon-to-arrive doom of Earth and its inhabitants. His name was Craniac, and he showed Verminator a large comet heading in the direction of Earth that would destroy it. As Verminator X began showing signs of worry about the upcoming event, Craniac offered him a deal. There are many alien races incapable of generating dreams in their sleep, and he has been able to exact a few brains capable of dreaming for the alien species. Although Craniac has always been in the search of the minds of people living a life of excitement, he was then in search of a special one. After passing through the time slip, Don, Leo, and Raph arrived in one of the tunnels underneath the streets of Berlin, which had become an active war zone. Meanwhile, the brain of Hitler managed to acquire robotic limbs and went in desperate search for his younger self. The brain, being from the future, was aware of the ones betraying his younger self and began assassinating them and finding younger Hitler to inform him how the war could be won. The Turtles eventually found the mortally wounded body of a member of the Resistance. However, before they could ask any questions, several armed Resistance members arrived and began shooting the Turtles. As they arrived on the surface, they encountered Hitler's brain along with its younger self. Hitler commanded their execution, and soon his soldiers began shooting the Turtles. As the Turtles were pinned down by gunfire, one of the incessantly raining bombs from the Allied forces' jets fell on the robotic body of Hitler's brain and destroyed it completely. After punching the real Hitler in the face, when the Turtles began collecting the remains of Hitler's brain, Don stated that he had lost the time slip remote. The Turtles then had a narrow window to return to their time, as the time slip portal would briefly reopen. The real Hitler caught them at gunpoint, but when Leo stated that they were demons who had come to claim his evil soul for hell, Hitler shot himself dead. The combined attack of Craniac and Verminator X. However, when the Turtles returned to the Turtle Co. in their own time, they were greeted by Craniac and Verminator X. Leo's students were all subdued, and they were forced to hand over Hitler's brain to Craniac and Verminator X. As the two villains left in a ship, Raph noticed a weak Michelangelo clinging onto the ship's hull. He had vowed to hang on until he found out any clue about what Verminator and Craniac were up to. When the remaining Ninja Turtles left in their samurai armor, they found Michelangelo floating in the waters below, revealing that the two villains were still on Earth, hiding in the flooded streets of New York. The four of them returned to Turtle Co., and together with Leo's student and Mescal, they began preparing for their soon-arrived battle with Craniac and Verminator. They spread into two teams. Leo and Don infiltrated the villains' base underwater, while Raph, Mikey, and the rest followed on the surface. Traveling undersea, Leo and Don find themselves in a strange pool full of human brains, and it all begins attacking them, some sliding in through their armor. Meanwhile, Raph's team stumble upon one of the Verminator's Thanotics labs, a place where he had kept corpses attached to strange machinery. As Raph tripped over the switch, it brought the corpse back to life and they began attacking them. All of this was being viewed by Verminator and Craniac, who enjoyed watching their enemies fall prey to their plans. Raph's team struggled against the reanimated corpses, and as he tried burning the corpse down, it only transformed them into killer zombies on fire. Meanwhile, in the strange pool of brains, Leo was just about to black out before Don launched a pulsar blast from his gauntlet, getting themselves free from the attacking brains. However, Raph's team was still in danger, and he finally resorted to Plan B. He used the staff to draw out all the electric energy flowing through the corpses and shut them down. However, the staff could not hold all the energy for long, which caused a powerful blast. The nearby wall shattered, through which Leo and Don stepped in from the other side to reunite with the rest of them. Soon, Craniac and Verminator arrived, with the latter wanting to take the brains of the Ninja Turtles. The Turtles and the associates were soon taken hostage until Mikey quickly knocked the guns out of the hands of the villains with his nunchucks and a brain. Raph made no delay in charging towards the Verminator with all his strength, and the two began fighting. However, when Craniac drew his sword to cut out Mikey's brain, Verminator pointed a gun at Craniac. The deal between Craniac was to give him the brains of dead individuals and not of the living. Infuriated at his betrayal, Craniac left off in his spaceship, laughing at how the comet would soon destroy Earth. the arrival of the world's-ending asteroid. While Verminator was distracted, Raph took one of the guns lying on the ground and aimed it at Verminator, warning him to drop his gun immediately. Verminator believed that Raph would never kill anybody, but he was wrong, and Raph soon shot him at point-blank distance, instantly killing him. The act shocked the rest, as Raph stated that it had to be done. And anyway, the asteroid would soon be destroying Earth, so principles don't really matter anymore. The scene shifts to some time later, when a spaceship piloted by Don is on its way to destroy the asteroid flying towards Earth. Soon, a nuclear missile was fired by his co-pilot, which was revealed to be none other than Verminator. Apparently, after Raph shoots him, Don repairs his cerebral cybernetic and saves him from dying. His bad parts were removed, and he was then known by his original anime, Manx. The nuclear missile destroyed the asteroid and Earth was saved. Marvelous verdict. So we have finally come to the end of the video, and we hope you all liked our content. The Ninja Turtles have given us innumerable mind-blowing plots and villains, and we hope they continue producing such interesting storylines. With that, we will be ending today's video. Thank you for watching until the end, and stay tuned for the next marvelous video. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one, and be safe. Thanks everyone.